Rising tensions in the Middle East and Iran's attack on Israel have led many to believe that this issue is heading toward a full-fledged war. However, a large portion of people believe that if this war begins, it won't take long before it escalates into World War III. But is that really going to happen? On October 1st, Iran shocked the entire world by launching its second direct attack on Israel this year. The first attack happened in April 2024, involving drones and cruise missiles. But this time, the attack was carried out only with ballistic missiles. The strike was so calculated that not a single missile fell in a populated area. Iran deliberately targeted only military bases and airfields, effectively sending a message to Israel. Israel received another shock when its Iron Dome system failed to intercept several missiles midair. Some of these missiles hit Israeli airbases where Israel's Lockheed Martin F-35 jets are usually stationed. Satellite images have also confirmed that one Iranian missile landed directly on top of a hangar. Now, the eyes of the entire world are on Israel. Everyone wants to know whether Israel will retaliate or not. If a full-scale war breaks out between Iran and Israel, what will be the key moments that could potentially turn this into World War III? And the biggest question, if this war does happen while many Western countries would back Israel, who would support Iran? Viewers, today the Middle East once again stands at the edge of a deep and destructive war, where two powers have come face to face. This is now being considered the most dangerous moment for the entire region so far. The two powers that have been fighting indirectly for the past 45 years have now come face to face. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu responded to Iran firing 180 ballistic missiles by saying, "They will have to be held accountable." The Israeli military has also said that Iran will definitely be given a response. When, where, and to what extent the attack will occur, this decision will now be made by the Israeli government. The last time, in April 2024, when Iran carried out its first direct attack on Israel, the United States advised Israel to remain silent. But this time, that silence is not there like it was before. Just like last time, this time too, Israel's Iron Dome appeared to have largely failed. But how could this happen despite spending billions of dollars? Israel's Iron Dome is an advanced missile defense system designed to intercept and destroy artillery shells. This system is considered to be very effective and accurate. The Iron Dome has a success rate of over 90%, meaning it can intercept and destroy a very high percentage of rockets and missiles launched. The Iron Dome features automatic identification can which rocket going to the populated area or important infrastructures. The Iron Dome only target that rocket and missiles for that the resource will be safe. The weakness of the Iron Dome is that it can stop only up to 80 missiles at once. And that is why Iran, after calculating, launched more than twice the number of missiles than the Iron Dome's capability. If we look at Israel's history, there is not a single event where they have not responded to an attack on themselves. That is why it seems likely that this time too, a response will definitely be given. Even in response to the April attacks, Israel retaliated against Iran by launching a missile attack on Isfahan's airbase. But in comparison to Iran's 170 drones and 30 cruise missiles, that response was so small that it was not heavily highlighted in the media. In fact, for several days, it wasn't even clear whether the attack was carried out by Israel or someone else. In the current scenario, Israeli planners are probably debating not when and where to attack Iran, but how strong the strike should be. If we analyze it, Israel currently has three target options. The first is a conventional military attack in which the Iranian sites from where ballistic missiles were launched can be targeted. These could include the launch pads and command and control centers. It is also possible that a high-ranking official involved in planning the attack on Israel could be eliminated. The second target is the economy, meaning those targets which could significantly damage Iran's economy. These targets could include Iran's oil fields, petrochemical plants or power plants, or even shipping ports. However, experts believe that this may not be a very good target for Israel because it could harm Iran's civilian population. And since Iran only targeted Israeli military installations with its ballistic missiles, it's possible that Israel may also avoid attacking civilian areas. There's the third and most dangerous target, Iran's nuclear program. This is the program because of which America has imposed sanctions on Iran for several years. Officially, Iran does not yet possess nuclear weapon technology, but work on it is certainly progressing rapidly. Naturally occurring uranium contains a specific isotope used to make nuclear bombs, but its quantity is only about 0.7%. This isotope is known as U-235. 0.7% is not enough to make a nuclear bomb. To do that, the quantity of U-235 needs to be at least 20%. The process of increasing this percentage is called uranium enrichment. The US, Israel, and many other countries believe that Iran is enriching uranium in secret nuclear facilities and is now very close to achieving its goal. They believe that once Iran obtains a nuclear bomb, it will start imposing its own decisions on the world. Israel may also target those nuclear facilities, where Iran has been working for years on uranium enrichment. Iran's largest enrichment plant is located in the city of Natanz. This facility has already been subjected to multiple sanctions and inspections. Another highly dangerous facility is located near Fordow village, built deep inside the mountains, with the primary purpose of protecting it from airstrikes. But apart from these two, there are many other nuclear sites in Iran, which could be potential targets for Israel. Attacking Iran may not be such a big issue for Israel, but the consequences of such an attack could be far more dangerous. Iran claims that by attacking Israel, they have avenged the deaths of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah in Beirut and Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. In other words, the score has been settled now. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian says, "What we did is just a small glimpse of our capability. If the Zionist regime of Israel tries to respond, then Iran will respond in a way that is unstoppable." The Iran military and air force are weak against Israel, and their defense system is also not capable of to stop the Israel missiles. And all this is because Iran has been facing international sanctions for many years. To put it simply, international sanctions are imposed to punish a country. Iran holds almost 10% of the world's oil reserves, placing it in the fourth position globally. But because of these sanctions, it can only sell oil to limited countries. Apart from that, international banking transactions happen through the SWIFT system, and Iran has been removed from the SWIFT system too. Because of this, sending money there is extremely difficult. Due to all these restrictions, Iran's army is not capable of matching Israel militarily, nor is Iran's intelligence agency, MOS, strong enough to plan a targeted operation inside Israel. The way Israel's Mossad carried out a laser attack in Lebanon. But that doesn't mean Iran is entirely hollow. They possess countless ballistic missiles and cruise missiles. So, if Israel attacks, Iran will be left with only three options. First are the proxies like Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen, who are already consistently attacking Israel. The second option is Iran's ballistic missiles, which this time Iran might launch to target Israel's civilian population. And the third option is such that if Iran chooses to use it, not only Israel but many countries around the world could be affected, and this is the option that poses a serious threat to both Israel and the United States. Yes, Iran has already stated that if Israel attacks, then they will also harm the countries that support Israel. This third option is Iran's IRGC Navy, which has established its hold in the Persian Gulf. Although their ships are relatively small, they have a very large group of vessels capable of missile attacks. These ships may not be able to directly attack U.S. allies like Bahrain or Saudi Arabia, because the U.S., keeping this threat in mind, has already stationed its Navy's 5th Fleet warship in Bahrain. But Iran's ships can easily deploy mines in the Strait of Hormuz, and that's what's worrying Israel and America. If the Strait of Hormuz is blocked, the entire Persian Gulf will be blocked, through which 20% of the world's oil supply passes. If that happens, the consequences of starting a war with Iran will have to be borne by the whole world. There is yet another danger in starting a war with Iran. Suppose Israel, the US, and their allies attack Iran from all sides and eliminate all of Iran's possible means of retaliation. Then an all-out war would begin. And this war would be on a scale much larger than regular conflicts. Russia and China would also have to jump in, because both these countries are strategic partners of Iran. If we talk about Russia, in Syria, Iran and Russia both support each other. It is possible that Russia may not directly fight a war against America, but it can provide weapons to Iran. It will also support Iran at the political and diplomatic levels. Similarly, China is also a strategic partner of Iran, but China will also not provide direct military support. Yes, it is certain that China can buy oil from Iran to support it. It can support Iran in the United Nations and also put pressure on the USA. North Korea is also an indirect ally of Iran, which can secretly support Iran with weapons. Oh, now our main question is, are there chances of World War III starting in this condition or not? A world war is a war in which the major powers of the world, like the USA, Russia, Europe, and China, fight among themselves, along with their allies. But in the event of an attack on Iran, this is quite difficult but not impossible. In World War I and II, many such cases were seen where one country only supported another country, but still they got directly involved in the war. After the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, Austria-Hungary attacked Serbia. In this war, Germany supported Austria-Hungary and Russia supported Serbia. In this way, France and Britain also joined this war because they were allies of Russia at that time. Thus, through alliances, the scope of the war kept expanding and World War I began. Similar examples can also be found in World War II when Germany attacked European countries and Italy helped it. Because of this support, Allied powers like Britain, France, and the USA also started targeting Italy. Of course, at that time, Italy itself had not initiated any attack. In a war situation, no one looks at whether the other party started the attack or not. Just like now in the Israel and Iran conflict, America is helping Israel from a distance. Similarly, in World War II as well, America initially wanted to keep itself out of the war and focus on its economy. But then an incident happened because of which America was forced to jump into the war unwillingly. This was Japan's Pearl Harbor attack, for which you can also watch this detailed video by ZAM TV. The link is in the description. Overall, the point is that if Israel launches a major attack on Iran, a full-fledged war between these two countries could begin. Overall, the point is that if Israel launches a major attack on Iran, a full-fledged war between these two countries could begin. But these are just assumptions. Whether this will happen or not, only time will tell. Opinion on this whole matter? Please let me know in the comments section. I hope you all will like and share this crash site video as well. Thank you very much for your lovely comments. See you in the next great video.